I want to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, man, we back with another lesson, right? And this one's going to be titled, Narrow or Wide, What Path Are You On? Okay? You got to choose up, all right? Because time is almost up. All right, and a lot of you are kicking your feet back, okay, having a good old time in America, right, choosing that wide gate, right, while those that are seeking salvation are choosing that straight, narrow gate, okay, which is filled with tribulation, with pain, all right, but there is a reward for that suffering that you're partaking in, right, for the word, for this truth, for the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, not for the name of God and Jesus. Okay, not for the sake of Christianity, which lets you do whatever you want. Okay, Christianity is joined unto your enemy. All right, understand that slavery started in the name of Christianity when they came over here, right, to pillage, to murder. All right, so when you joined unto your enemy, you're against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right, this is a war between evil and good. All right, this is a spiritual battle. The Lord said to separate. This is not your rest. Right? But a lot of you people are in the house of mirth right now, having a good old time, seeking the bag, selling out for the so-called white man, right? Oppressing your own people, or rejecting the truth, okay? Because you don't want to suffer, all right, to gain that great reward that comes after walking this narrow path, right? You people are too weak, ultimately because you don't have the strength of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, okay? You don't believe in the report, all right? You don't have the patience, which goes into long suffering, in order to receive what's coming for you, man. All right? So those that have chosen the wide gate, okay, are going to receive a reward as well. And that's going to be destruction, right? The judgment, the wrath of the Lord, all right? While those that have waited patient, right, and have suffered, right, those straight things are going to receive the kingdom, all right? Narrow or wide, what path are you on, man? Right? You got to choose up because time's almost running out. Okay, so let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra, right, chapter 7, and start at verse 1.
There's a book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, and verse 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which had been sent unto me the nights afore. And he said unto me, Up, Ezra, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow, and like a river.
You see that? So you know that the sea is very wide. It is deep, okay? And you know that rivers, they look like strings compared to a sea, man. You know? You can't compare the width and the vast size of the sea compared to a river, right? You just can't compare it. Go ahead.
Who then could go into the sea to look upon it, and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad?
You see that? So you must go through that narrow in order to get to the broad, right? And notice how it said to rule it, okay? Rulership, all right? So there is no other way, this is telling you. There is no other way than to take the narrow path in order to get into the wide, right? Point blank period. There's no, how you call that, detours, okay? There's no other option, all right? This is the path that was given in order to receive or to get to that place you want to get to, okay?
There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field.
You see that? And there's a city is builded and set upon a broad field.
And is full of all good things.
And that's the kingdom. Okay? Read that one more time.
There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things.
And that's the kingdom. Okay? That's the kingdom. That's that broad field. Okay? That we want to get to. But you gotta go through the narrow. Okay? Go ahead.
The entrance thereof is narrow.
Salakia. Go ahead. Read that again.
The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
See that? And it's set in a dangerous place to fall. And right now, we in America. We in Babylon, right? This is a dangerous place. This is the valley of the shadow of death. Go ahead.
Like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water.
You see that? So you got to focus, all right, on that path. You can't turn to the side. You can't be derailed, all right? When you derail from the truth, hey, that's danger, all right? You might drown in the world, or you might be waiting for the missiles to come down, right? That's why you have to keep going with that tunnel vision, man. Keep moving forward, right? Keep moving forward towards the kingdom, all right? Anything else, nothing else in this side matters, all right? That could be the end of your walk if you turn to the side, right?
And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
You see that? Only one man can go there at once, man. All right? That's why I don't understand why people are worried about what others are doing, right? You know, you're sitting there and you're watching the apostles do their work, the elders do their work, other soldiers in this do their work. What about your work? Okay? What about your salvation? All right? You think their work is going to save you? No. You could only save yourself. All right? Yes, we're a body. All right? But each individual, all right, has to prove himself worthy, man. All right? How can you be part of a body if you don't prove yourself worthy? All right? Well, you become a sickness. That sickness spreads, right? And what happens to the body, man? Right? We're building the temple, right? A spiritual temple. Each one of us is a brick, all right? And if there's a chink in the brick, the temple could crumble. You gotta prove yourself, right? You gotta prove yourself to be in meat for salvation, to be in meat, right? To enter into this field that we're all trying to get to, right? Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Philippians, okay? Let's go to the book of Philippians, right? Salakia. Philippians 2, right? And go to verse 12.
There's a book of Philippians, chapter 2, and verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as they have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. For it is.
No, right there, that was the point. You know that, so there it is, man. Okay, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. Okay, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right, you can't be saved by the next man. All right, just like that man can't be saved by your works. All right, everybody's accounted for what they've done, man. You're gonna be saved by your works. All right, and your faith. Okay, but guess what? Faith is dead without works, man. So you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, okay? Obey, right? Which is the key to all this is obey the Lord, man. All right? That comes with fear, okay? That comes with fear and trembling, knowing that the judgment that the Lord could bring upon you, all right, if you don't obey, all right? Do as he instructed you, which is what? To feed his sheep, all right? Do these digital epistles. Go out in the highways and byways. Bring this word out, okay? Warn the people, all right? And tell the heathen about their judgment, all right? This is what we've been commanded to do, all right? We got to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling, all right? It comes with humility, all right? And with long suffering, okay? We can't just turn around and say, the hell with this. I'm going to take a week off, all right? I'm going to go try to catch up with my bills, right? I'm going to go, set up a lick or, get rid of a few packs. Okay? No. We're in that narrow path. We can't look to the side. We can't look at no other options. We got to keep marching forward as the soldiers that we were called to be for Hamashiach Yahushai. Right? But most importantly, we got to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. All right? Because why? Only one man fits at a time through that narrow path. You see? All of you people are accountable for what you do, man, whether good or bad. All right, there's going to be a reward for both sides, right? Judgment, okay, or rulership. All right, so let's go back to the second book of Ezra, chapter 7, and continue on in verse 9.
There's a book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 9. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, It is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, Even so also is Israel's portion.
You see that? So how can you receive the kingdom if you don't go through these trials, man? If you don't go through this test, right? The fiery trials that the Lord is bringing upon you, okay? That's why we know that the doctrine that Christianity brings is bullshit. And that's why our people are still in a dead state of mind, okay? That's why spiritual Egypt, spiritual Saddam still has those spiritually dead people among us, man. We see them, man. They're like zombies, okay? They're zombies because they're not activated, okay? Only the hopeful elect, okay, is out there looking alive, looking aware, seeing the things that are coming, right? Preparing, right? With what? With the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, right? Our strong tower, okay? You see? Why? Because we want to receive this portion, all right? And we're willing to pass through that danger, okay? And Lord willing, that the Lord increases that gift of faith that he has given us, all right? To proceed, right? When the heat elevates, when things, when everything hits the fan, okay? Because we have to talk with humility and understand that this is all of the Lord, all right? We don't want to fail, all right? But it's up to the Lord at the end, okay? At the end of the day, hey, we were all planted a seed and the Lord gives the increase. Okay, so we have to pray for mercy. We have to pray for faith in order to keep going, man, because there's going to be trials. There's going to be tribulations. And that's the only way we're going to enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right, matter of fact, let's get that in the book of Acts, right? Let's go to the book of Acts, chapter 14 and verse 22.
There's a book of Acts, chapter 14 and verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
You see that? To continue in the faith, man. To continue in the faith. To have faith is to believe in his word, man. To believe in everything that the Lord has given you, man. Right? Concerning these scriptures. Okay? Understand that in those days, all right, that Jacob's trouble gets activated. All right? When the persecutions come, the only thing that's going to guide us is these words, man. Knowledge shall be the stability of the times, man. And we got to have faith in everything that the Lord has given us through this comforter, right? Go ahead.
And that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh.
You see that? There's no other way. The narrow path is the only way. Understand that. There's no other route you take, man. When you outside, the scripture says, man, when you turn away from understanding, you end up in the congregation of the dead, roughly paraphrasing, man. All right? So there's no other way. It's either the narrow or the wide path. Right? You choose. Okay? There's a flip side to it all. Okay? Understand that. There's no easy way out. We're being tried. As I said, we're being tried as soldiers, okay? And we got to have that spirit in us. We got to give it all up for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. We got to be ready to give it all up, even our life, right? In order to make it. A mindset any less than that, you're not going to make it. Because the Lord might put you in that position where you might have to get deleted, man, right? So you must prepare yourself, right, with all these things. Why? Because after that is the reward, man. Okay? After that, there's nothing that your enemy could do, all right, against you, man. Okay? With that type of understanding, you got to be ready to give it all up, right? So let's go back to the second book of Ezra, right? Chapter 7, and let's continue on in verse 14.
There's a book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 14. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them.
See that? You gotta labor, man. Okay? And laboring just doesn't mean doing this work, man. You gotta do all types of things. You gotta show love to your brothers, man. You gotta be humble, man. You gotta kill that flesh every single day, right? This is labor, man. Spiritual labor, okay? Yes, and these epistles, man, all right? Going out to the highways and byways, in season, out of season, okay? You can't take a year off, 2 years off. We gotta labor, man, all right? We're doing this for a crown, right? Ultimately, we're doing it for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We owe it to him, okay? We have received these benefits, right? Grace, mercy, all right? And how can we complain about giving back to the Lord when we don't even deserve, right, the shoes that we stand on, okay? So we got to labor, right, to receive them things, man, them good things. Go ahead.
Now therefore, why disquietest thou thyself, seeing thou art but a corruptible man?
A corruptible man, okay? Because we're in this flesh, okay?
And why art thou moved, whereas thou art but mortal?
We're mortal, okay? We're mortal, and we're trying to receive immortality, okay? But we cannot receive it unless we go through that straight gate, right? And labor while we in the fire, okay? Keep pushing while we in the fire, all right?
Why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present?
You see that? Why haven't you considered the kingdom? And you're just caught up in the bullshit of this world, man. Entangled with the affairs of this life, right? Worried about your 401k. Worried about if you got enough money to buy a house, okay? Only if you knew this shit is all gonna burn, right? The elements are gonna burn with fervent heat, man. Anything you possess on this side is gonna be gone, all right? You gotta concentrate on what's to come, which is the kingdom, everlasting life, immortality, right? Rulership, okay? Incorruptible crowns, all right? Possessions that are not gonna be taxed or taken away whenever Esau wants to bullshit and you know, and take property, man. You're seeking the wrong things on this side, man. And that's why when you got your mind set on the things to come, you're ready to give it all up. You don't want to look back. You don't care. You want to haste on the day that this place get destroyed. You want that persecution to come, right? You want all hell to break loose, civil war, okay? You ready to give up your life, understanding what's waiting for you, man, right? Let's get that. Let's go to the book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 18.
There's a book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
You see that? The shit we're going through right now, this is nothing compared to what the reward that's coming. Okay? This is nothing compared to what's waiting on the other side, man. All right? Right now we in hell. Right? We in the belly of the beast. Okay? Esau, Edom. All right? The man of death. There is no rest over here, man. So who gives a shit about what this place has to offer? All right? Like Moses suffered for his people, I'd rather suffer as well, right? Instead of living comfortable, right? And he was in Egypt, and we're in Egypt as well. We're in spiritual Egypt, okay? Nothing new under the sun, man. That's the same spirit we should be in, the same spirit that Moses was in, okay? Not giving a damn what they offered, okay? Understanding that it was only for a season, okay? And we understand that this is only for a season. The kingdom of heaven is going to be erected forever. All right, and if you want to miss out on that, then you go ahead. Take the wide gate for now, man. Take the wide gate, okay, and wait for those missiles, all right? We're going to keep inching closer and closer through that narrow path, okay, until that door opens up for us, man, okay? Yahweh Shai, okay, until we see salvation, all right, Lord willing, okay? This is what we're striving for, right? This is what we're striving for, man. The hell with this place. And you got to have that same mindset if you're going to make it, right? And only the elect are going to have that mindset. And Lord willing, the Lord keep increasing that mindset in me and in my son, okay? Because I gotta stay humble in this walk, all right? Even though I have that fire in me, I gotta stay humble. Because if I don't stay humble, the Lord can quench it. Because I know this is of the Lord. This is not of me, okay? This is not of us. We're just vessels, right? So we gotta humble ourselves, all right? And keep being soldiers for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, okay? So let's go back to 2nd Esdras, all right, chapter 7, and let's continue on in verse 17.
There's a book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 7, and verse 17. Then answered I, and said, O Lord, that bearest rule, thou hast ordained in thy law, that the righteous should inherit these things, but that the ungodly should perish.
You see that? But the ungodly shall perish, man. Okay? Where the ungodly shall perish, man. Where there is no vision, the people perish. And that's the vision that they cannot see. All they can see is this present world. They can't see what's to come. That's why they're going to perish. Okay? They did not seek the Lord. All right? Which could have cleared their vision up. Right? Okay? The same way that he cleared Paul's vision up before he got sent out to the ministry. Okay? Our people is like that. They got that scaly spiritual eye cell where it's blurry, it's calcified. They can't see. All right? And that's why 2/3 of them are going to perish. Right?
Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide.
You see that? The righteous are going to suffer straight things and hope for the wide. Okay? Why? Because we understand. The Lord said he will chastise us in measures. Right? So we don't get condemned with the world. Because condemnation is coming, right? Grief, hunger, pestilence, destruction, all right? And we don't want to suffer those things. So we'd rather suffer for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai right now to escape those things, man. Go ahead.
For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide.
You see that? You're a 2-time loser, right? You're not even in your kingdom kissing Esau's ass, right? Being a house coon, a house nigga, right? Leading your people astray, right? Selling yourself for a few dollars, right? Crumbs off Esau's table, okay? You see that? Look at where Diddy's at. Suffering right now. Lost everything. And they're going to come after all you other sellouts, okay? And you're not going to be able to receive the wad. You're not going to receive the kingdom. You're not going to receive that precious life, right? That the Lord has promised us. Okay? Understand? So, let's go to Matthew real quick. Let's go to the book of Matthew real quick. Chapter 7. Go to verse 13.
There's the book of Matthew, chapter 7, and verse 13. Enter ye, and at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way, that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat.
You see that? And that's the 2/3, man. All right? That's the 2/3 that are going through that wide gate, man. Okay? Planning right now, Friday, they're probably planning to go partying, you know what I mean? Planning all types of adultery, okay? They're out there selling drugs, getting that bag, you know, smoking, just living it up. Like I said, with their feet kicked back, man, thinking that they made it. Okay? Doing all types of wickedness, right? Resting, right? Okay, just doing all types of wickedness, man. Not understanding the consequences that are coming, right? Which is destruction, okay? Because wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. Go ahead.
Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
You see that? And that's the elect, man. All right? Those are those men and women, right? And children that were crying out, okay, in the book of Ezekiel with the Tawah, okay, that mark of exemption, crying out for the abominations of this place, man. Right? Oppression make a wise man mad. All right? And you should be mad at the things they're doing to you, man. But then you want to complain. You want to be all up in the news talking about they should have never shot. They shot my husband, right? Or they kidnapped my daughter, right? Or they deported families, okay? But that's your fault because you turned your back on the Lord, okay? So now when these calamities come, all of a sudden, you want to be calling on God. You want to turn into a Christian, okay? Which is not the way. When are you, Jake, going to learn? Christianity has done nothing but enslave you physically and mentally. You see? But you don't want to listen to us because we look like you, and that's self-hatred. You hate yourself, right? You have fallen so far from grace that you can't see yourself ruling, right? You have become so weak that you're not willing to take that straight gate, right? That narrow path to find life, which is Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, man. The fear of the Lord tendeth to life, okay? And when you understand that, you're going to receive life, okay? You're going to receive life. And we're not talking about here. We're talking about in the kingdom, right? So let's go back so we can close this out to 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, and continue on in verse 19.
There's a book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, and verse 19. And he said unto me, There is no judge above Yahweh, and none that hath understanding above the highest.
That's right. That's why we keep telling you people, do not lean into your own understanding, okay? Christianity is all about emotions. You people that come up to us asking questions, you don't like the answers, want to turn into your own emotions, okay? Because you don't understand Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai.
For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the law of Yahweh that is set before them.
See that? You hate instructions. You hate instructions, man. We in the place of where the Statue of Liberty is, right? And that's where you've been liberated from. The laws of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. You can go do whatever the hell you want, okay? But you're gonna perish. You're gonna be destroyed. Go ahead.
For Yahweh have given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live.
What they should do to live. Okay? See that? But you've learned Esau's ways, right? The man of death. So that's what you shall receive. Whatever you sow is what you're going to reap. Go ahead.
Even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
To avoid punishment, man. Why you think we in this situation? Because we broke the first covenant. Right? But you want to keep complaining. Talk about reparations and bullshit. You still keep trusting in your enemy. You still keep offending the Lord. Right? But you want to be out of punishment. You want to be out of those ghettos. Right? You want to stop going to them clinics with diabetes and cancer. Right? But you still keep offending the Lord. Okay? Answer yourself. How can you receive rewards and you keep offending the Lord? Right? Caught up in the ghettos, shootouts, drug overdoses. Right? But you want to keep offending the Lord. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spake against him, and imagined vain things.
And you speak against him when you speak against us, and against his truth. And you mock us and you scorn us. You've rejected Yahweh Shai then, and you're rejecting him today, man.
And deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High, that he is not, and knew not his ways.
That's right, because Christianity and all these other philosophies got you blind, like bats. You guys don't know where you're going, man. Right? You guys don't know what direction to go.
But his law have they despised, and denied his covenants, and his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works.
You see that? So that's why the faithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. Okay? And the Lord said, okay, that they shall know it after death by pain. Okay? 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 12. Okay? You're going to know it, death by pain. But all those that are seeking the straight gate, that narrow gate, keep pushing, man. There is a great reward waiting for you. Okay? Don't look to the side and you see Big Keisha over there having fun. You see Kenny and Jaquan or Juan and Hector and Melissa, you know, having a good old time, and you're wondering, why the hell do I keep getting beat down? Okay? Understand, this is the straight path that is going to lead to the broad, man, to that broad field, the kingdom, filled with good things, man. Don't think of the things that are in this present time. Think of the things that are to come, all right? Which is going to be beautiful, man. The kingdom, rulership, right? With our children, our grandchildren, all right? Not having to worry about nothing, man. Esau in chains and then extinct after. Okay? There's a great reward for your resistance, right? On this side. Okay? Narrow or wide, what path are you on? Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, we want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba Ball.
Abba.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kum Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.